On a quiet evening in Toronto, Emma locked the door of her small flower shop and looked out at the streets, tired after another long day. She was used to staying late, arranging leftover blooms, checking accounts, and wondering if her little business would survive another month. Life had been heavy since her father passed away, leaving her with debts and responsibilities she never expected. Romance wasn't on her list. She didn't have time, nor the courage to risk her heart. One evening, while arranging roses, a tall man in a tailored coat walked in. He wasn't the kind of customer she usually saw. His presence carried an air of quiet authority, but his smile was warm. His name was Adrian, and he introduced himself simply, though Emma recognized him. He was a well-known entrepreneur in the city, someone who had made headlines for his success. He asked her about her flowers, bought the most ordinary bouquet, and then, just as easily, asked her to dinner. Emma laughed nervously and shook her head. "I'm sorry, but I don't go out on dates," she said, her voice firm but polite. She wasn't ready, and she didn't believe someone like him could be serious about someone like her. Adrian didn't push, didn't argue, he only nodded with a soft smile and left. She thought that was the end of it. But the next night, as Emma closed her shop, she noticed Adrian standing across the street, leaning casually against his car. He didn't approach, didn't disturb her, he simply smiled and gave a small wave before leaving. The same thing happened the next evening. And the next. Night after night, Adrian waited outside, never demanding her time, never forcing a conversation. At first, she thought it was strange, even foolish. But then she realized, it wasn't about persistence in winning her over. It was about showing her he was patient, that his interest wasn't shallow. Emma carried scars no one could see. Her last relationship had left her broken, filled with doubts about her worth. She had promised herself never to let anyone close again. But Adrian's quiet waiting, his gentle presence outside her shop, began to soften something inside her. She started looking forward to seeing him, even though they barely spoke. It became a silent comfort, a reminder that maybe not everyone left when things weren't easy. One rainy evening, as Emma struggled to lock up her shop, her umbrella snapped in the wind. Before she could curse her bad luck, Adrian appeared with his own umbrella, holding it over her without a word. For the first time, she didn't push him away. Instead, she let herself walk beside him under the shelter of his care. That small moment cracked the wall she had built around her heart. Over coffee a few days later, her suggestion, finally, Emma admitted why she had refused him at first. She told him about her fears, her insecurities, the weight of her past. Adrian listened, not as a millionaire with power and wealth, but as a man who understood pain. He told her about his own struggles, the loneliness that money could never cure, and how he admired her strength more than anything. Their bond grew slowly but deeply. Emma learned that love didn't have to be rushed or demanded, it could be patient, steady, and healing. Adrian taught her that waiting for the right person was worth more than all the riches he had earned. Months later, as Emma looked out from her flower shop, she smiled at the man who still waited outside every night, not because she refused him anymore, but because he wanted her to know she was never alone again. The story of Emma and Adrian became a quiet reminder to those around them that love isn't about grand gestures or wealth. It's about patience, trust, and showing up, night after night, until someone learns to believe in love again. And the message that lingered was simple yet powerful. Sometimes, the greatest proof of love isn't in words spoken once, but in the patience shown every single day. Do you want me to make this story a little more dramatic with some conflicts in between, like family disapproval or Emma nearly giving up on love again, to add stronger emotional impact for your YouTube video?